Welcome to Pages to Progress, your gateway to exploring the transformative world of personal finance, wealth building, and wellness literature. This video will detail the top 8 lessons from Daring Greatly, how the courage to be vulnerable transforms the way we live, love, parent, and lead, by Brené Brown, originally published in September 2012. This book explores the power of vulnerability and its transformative impact on our lives. Drawing from extensive research and personal experiences, Dr. Brené Brown challenges societal norms and misconceptions surrounding vulnerability and demonstrates how embracing it can lead to a more fulfilling and authentic life. Let's get on with the lessons. Lesson 1 is about embracing vulnerability as a source of strength and connection. Dr. Brené Brown challenges the common perception that vulnerability is a weakness, instead argues that it takes courage to be vulnerable. Vulnerability is not weakness, it's courage in its purest form. Embrace vulnerability as a path to meaningful connections and personal growth. When we allow ourselves to be open and authentic, we create space for empathy, compassion, and genuine relationships. Rather than hiding behind facades, we can dare greatly by taking risks and stepping into the arena of life. Vulnerability allows us to confront and overcome shame, fostering self-compassion and resilience in the face of challenges. By accepting our imperfections and sharing our vulnerabilities, we cultivate a sense of worthiness and belonging. In both our personal and professional lives, vulnerability is the key to unlocking true authenticity, stronger connections, and transformational leadership. Lesson 2 focuses on the destructive nature of shame and the importance of confronting and challenging it. Shame is a toxic emotion that corrodes our sense of self-worth and prevents us from fully engaging with life. The book emphasizes the need to recognize and address shame in order to live wholeheartedly. Shame thrives in secrecy and silence, so by sharing our experiences and vulnerabilities with trusted individuals, we can break its hold on us. Developing self-compassion is crucial in countering shame, as it allows us to treat ourselves with kindness and understanding when we make mistakes or face failures. By reframing shame as a universal human experience, we can connect with others on a deeper level and foster empathy. Letting go of shame doesn't mean avoiding responsibilities for our actions, but rather acknowledging our imperfections with love and acceptance. By confronting shame and embracing vulnerability, we can liberate ourselves from its grip, paving the way for more authentic connections and a more fulfilling life. Lesson 3 emphasizes the importance of cultivating self-compassion and understanding our worthiness. Often, we are our hardest critics, quick to judge ourselves and feel unworthy of love and acceptance. However, true vulnerability and wholehearted living demands that we treat ourselves with kindness and empathy. Self-compassion involves acknowledging our imperfections and mistakes without harsh self-judgment, allowing us to learn and grow from experiences instead of paralyzed by shame. By recognizing that we are all imperfect humans and that worthiness is not contingent on achievements or external validation, we can build a stronger foundation of self-esteem. Embracing self-compassion also extends to setting healthy boundaries and knowing our limitations, ensuring we prioritize self-care without guilt. When we understand and appreciate our own worthiness, we can authentically connect with others, fostering deeper and more genuine relationships. Cultivating self-compassion becomes a transformative practice that allows us to embrace vulnerability, dare greatly, and live a more authentic and fulfilling life. Lesson 4 centers around the theme of developing resilience and the willingness to bounce back from the setbacks and failures. Resilience is the ability to bounce back from these difficult experiences, to learn from them, and to continue daring greatly. It involves acknowledging that setbacks are a natural part of life and not a reflection of our self-worth. Instead of letting failures define us, resilience empowers us to rise stronger and more determined. To cultivate resilience, we must embrace vulnerability without fear of judgment. This requires developing a growth mindset, seeing failures as opportunities for learning and growth. Encourage your children to take healthy risks, try new things, and face challenges without fear of judgment. Celebrate effort and growth, fostering a growth mindset and a sense of self-worth based on the process rather than just outcomes. We gain the courage to face life's challenges head on, knowing that we have the inner strength to overcome obstacles. Resilience is a fundamental trait that enables us to stay committed to our values and aspirations, navigates life's uncertainties, and maintain our authenticity even in the face of adversity. Lesson 5 is about authenticity and worthiness. Authenticity involves showing up as our true selves, being genuine and unapologetically who we are. It requires letting go of the need to please others or seek external validation, and instead honoring our values and beliefs. When we embrace our authenticity, we connect with others on a deeper level, fostering meaningful and genuine relationships. Authenticity also means being vulnerable enough to share our stories, both the triumphs and struggles, which builds trust and empathy with others. Recognizing our worthiness is an essential aspect of authenticity. It means acknowledging that we are worthy of love, belonging, and self-acceptance simply because we exist, not based on what we achieved or how others perceive us. This understanding of worthiness liberates us from the weight of comparison and judgment. By living authentically and embracing our worthiness, we can lead more fulfilling lives, experience deeper connections with others, and find the courage to pursue our dreams without fear of rejection. Embracing authenticity and worthiness is the key to wholehearted living and daring greatly in all aspects of our lives. Lesson 6 focuses on the power of connection and how vulnerability fosters genuine and meaningful relationships. When we allow ourselves to be vulnerable, we open up to the possibility of deeper emotional intimacy and empathy. Sharing our fears, insecurities, and struggles creates a space for others to do the same, leading to genuine and meaningful relationships. Vulnerability is the catalyst for true connection because it breaks down barriers and facades, allowing us to be seen and understood for who we truly are. It involves taking emotional risks and trusting that others will reciprocate, which strengthens bonds between individuals. Dr. Brené Brown emphasizes the importance of setting boundaries and vulnerability to ensure that we share our stories with those who have earned the right to hear them. Trust is crucial in vulnerability and is essential to confide in people who have proven themselves to be supportive and empathetic. By embracing vulnerability and fostering genuine connections, we create a sense of belonging and acceptance. These connections enrich our lives, provide a support system during difficult times, and empower us to live more authentically. Vulnerability, therefore, becomes a powerful tool in cultivating meaningful relationships and building a strong sense of community. Lesson 7 explores vulnerability in leadership and how embracing vulnerability can lead to more effective and transformative leadership. A vulnerable leader is one who is authentic, open, and willing to show their true selves to their team. Vulnerability in leadership involves admitting mistakes, seeking input and feedback from others, and acknowledging that no one has all the right answers. It creates a culture of trust where team members feel safe to share their ideas and concerns without fear of judgment or retribution. By embracing vulnerability, leaders encourage innovation and creativity within their teams. They foster an environment where taking risk is valued and failures are seen as opportunities for growth and learning. This approach allows the team to experiment and explore new possibilities without the fear of punishment for not always getting it right. Vulnerable leaders lead with empathy and compassion, recognizing the human side of their team members. They understand the importance of work-life balance and actively support the well-being of their team. Overall, vulnerability in leadership leads to more engaged and motivated teams, increased collaboration, and a culture of openness and trust. It is a powerful tool for transformational leadership as it allows leaders to inspire and empower their teams to reach their full potential. Lesson 8 teaches us to overcome the fear of judgment and embracing vulnerability to lead a more authentic life. Fear of judgment often holds us back from being vulnerable and authentic. The fear of what others might think or say about us can prevent us from taking risks, sharing our true selves, and pursuing our dreams. To overcome the fear of judgment, Dr. Brene Brown suggests recognizing the stories we tell ourselves about what others might think and questioning their validity. Often, these stories are rooted in assumptions and may not accurately represent reality. We need to surround ourselves with supportive and empathetic individuals who uplift and encourage us to be vulnerable. Having a strong support network helps us feel safe in sharing our struggles and triumphs without fear of rejection. Accepting that we can't control others' opinions liberates us to live more authentically. When we let go of seeking external validation, we free ourselves to pursue our passions and values unapologetically. Well, that wraps up our top lessons from Daring Greatly by Brene Brown. Remember, this video highlights the main takeaways, and the book itself offers a wealth of additional insights. I recommend reading it directly to gain a more comprehensive understanding of the concepts and the lessons it presents. Consider getting a copy for yourself by using the link below to help support the channel. If the lessons were helpful, please hit the like button and subscribe to keep turning pages to progress.